Alright, buddy. Let's see what you got in store for me. I'm guessing it's going to be something from Adventure 2. Maybe BioLizard. Because both stages we've played have been from Adventure 2 and Heroes, and I don't really remember any of the bosses from Heroes. Especially not any ones that pertain to Shadow, because I'm pretty sure all the bosses were just identical across all 4 stories. And yep, it's BioLizard. And also, weren't they all just giant robots? And if not that, then Horde mode. Haven't had to tango with this guy in a while, which means I also forgot everything about how to fight him. Oh my. Ow. Jesus, can the camera calm the fuck down? I actually do not remember how to fight you. Whoa, okay. The only thing I remember about this fight is the very end, where you have to float your way through a field of purple things. Oh wait, okay, hold on. It's coming back to me. It's the green thing. You have to grind. Yeah, grind the green thing up to the top, and then attack. Yeah. Just keep the shit out of it. And that quick fade to black tells me that there's probably checkpoints between phases, which I appreciate, but I don't know if it's necessary. Oh, wait, what's he doing now? Wait, this might be new. Are we doing purple, pink thing now, or are we doing something new? Oh, he's got hands. Oh, he's got hands. Oh my god, he's got hands. Holy shit, he's got hands. Okay, move. Ah. What are we doing? Oh, okay. So it's basically the same? Well, that's a lot easier than what you do in Adventure 2, because you don't homing attack across the purple balls in Adventure 2. You just float through them and hope you don't bump into any of them. Because I'm pretty sure if you bump into a single one, it immediately undoes all your progress and you just get set back. Actually, I don't remember. I don't remember if you get set back to the beginning of like if you get knocked back to the start of the phase, as in, like, physically Shadow gets knocked back closer to the screen, or if you have to, if you get knocked to the floor. Oh no, I think the problem actually, I think the problem is that if you get hit, like, there's no rings up there, and if there's no rings, you get hit, then you're just dead, and then you have to redo it. I think that was the problem with it, was that you had basically 1, maybe 2 chances. Well, this is definitely a lot easier than I remember the BioLizard being. Mainly because of the final... Because I actually don't remember finding the BioLizard to be that painful, comparatively speaking. Except for that final pink phase. Which... So, removing that final pink phase makes this a lot more manageable. Although now he's doing some additional new shit. Which I don't know how to deal with. Press Y to use Chaos Spear, hold lock into 5 targets. Shoot down BioLizard's projectile attacks to fill the Chaos gauge. If I could stay up long enough to actually hit anything. Yeah, holding it isn't... I'm just gonna mash it. Mashing is way more effective than... Holy shit. Mashing Y was way more effective than actually holding it.
This.
Well, it's been a few years since I've fought the BioLizard, but of what I recall, that was easier. Although again, I don't remember coming out of the I'm pretty sure I came out of the BioLizard saying that wasn't anywhere, because it had been hyped up to me as like the worst thing in the game, and it definitely wasn't. So I just remember being somehow simultaneously disappointed and also pleasantly surprised. It's weird.
Black Doom. I destroyed you once. I will do it again.
You defeated us, but the Black Arms live on. And this temporal anomaly has accelerated my plans to revive my forces and consume the world.
Show yourself. We'll finish this here and now.
You are not ready yet. We are not ready yet. Once you have been perfected, then we will have our reckoning.
Doom's gear is gonna lost us. Yeah. Why do you exist? To lead me back to where I need to go next, I assume. Because next up is Kingdom Valley. The main event. What everyone's here to see.
Something calls to me. No. No.
By chance, is that there with the express purpose of rescuing the player from having to use the hovercraft controls? I'm going to operate under the assumption that that is the express purpose why this is in the game, because you're giving it to me directly before we go to Kingdom Valley.
More easily now.
I'm thinking that's definitely why you gave this to me. And it's not even like the hovercraft controls were unbearable to use or anything. Despite what some may have you believe. It's just... Honestly, it's mainly just the fact that the pillars... Like, if you shoot... They can't... You can't see where the pillars are falling. So, if you shoot them... They might just crush you and you have no way of knowing that that's gonna happen. This is definitely not Kingdom... I want to do Kingdom Valley next. I forget it's... Sunset Heights and Chaos Island and Kingdom and Valley, so... That's definitely not Chaos Island, but it's definitely not Kingdom Valley, so I guess that's Sunset Heights, which means we don't want to do that now. Where are the other two? I guess we only have access to one right now. It's over in that direction. Yeah, it's mainly just those damn pillars in Kingdom Valley that are the main source of the issue here. Now that looks more like what I'm here to play. And by the way, I know you can shoot them down preemptively. In fact, that's what I did for whenever I played through the game, because I learned how annoying that was, and I'm just like, well, I'll just shoot them down ahead of time. But you shouldn't have to have died by something once. You shouldn't have to trowel and area your way through level design. That's not how that should work. But even though the hovercraft wasn't the worst thing in the world, was it the worst vehicle? It might still be the worst of all of Shadow's vehicles overall. I'm not sure. But regardless, it's good to be back somewhere I know oh too well. I don't know how many I could never possibly calculate how many times I've played through 06 since I first got the game. But I think I can say with a reasonable amount of confidence it's probably more than most people, because most people hate Sonic 06 so much that they play it once if they even get through the whole thing once, a lot of them would stop at the first Mach speed section, or if not the first, then the second, and then they'd never ever touch it again. Whereas, so, yeah, it's most people do not have the same affinity for it. In fact, I wouldn't even say most people have neutral or mixed feelings on it. Most people vitriolically despise it. Although I will say that sentiment seems to have been turning in recent years. More so than it was when I was in middle school and I started playing it, that's for damn sure. Anyway, point is, I'm very happy to see that we are, yeah, that's literally the only reason why this is here. So that you can have Kingdom Valley and you can have the water sections without having the actual vehicles that 06 is, well, I wouldn't say known for, but that Shadow stages are mostly designed around. Because I'm pretty sure in Shadow the Hedgehog, while there are vehicles, they're optional. That is not the case in Sonic 06. You need to use the armed buggy to shoot down the searchlights in White Acropolis. You need to use the motorcycle and Radical Train to catch up with the train. And then the hang glider sections are, you actually don't have a choice. Like, they're all scripted sequences. And the hovercraft, obviously you can't even cross the water unless you have the hovercraft. But it is nice that there's not even a chance of you accidentally drowning in the water here. They don't even need to give you a chance to save yourself because you automatically will be saved by the Doom surf thing. And yeah, I couldn't really speak too much to the previous levels that we played, but this level, really? Very happy with this one so far. Very, very pleased with how Kingdom Valley has been represented in this game. This is exactly what it should be. A more high, because it's all the same. It's the same aesthetic style. The art style is still exactly the same as it was in 06. It just has higher quality textures, which is what it should do. You shouldn't do what Comet Evolved Anniversary does and just completely fucking change the damn direction of the. Oh shit! Turn around. You know what? That worked. That still somehow worked. Just completely change the direction of the art because we're, it's an old game, and we don't like old games. We need to do new, shiny things, because that game sucked and no one liked it, which is why we're remaking it. Because everyone hated it. That's how these things work. So I'm glad that it's all just higher fidelity, it's the same style, the level's identity is unchanged. Even if the locations have been mixed around somewhat. They've taken all the assets and just remixed them. Which is exactly what they should do with these types of levels. So yeah, I may not sound it because of my voice, but I am actually very happy playing this. This is exactly what I was looking to see out of this. So I imagine it's people who are more prone, who are bigger fans of Adventure 2 and Heroes feel the same way about this whole game. Which of course I am not big fans of either of those two games based on my only playthroughs of them. So I don't have really all that much. I don't have much. I don't have a particularly big horse in this race. Whereas more other people are more heavily invested in this being faithful and quality representations of those levels. So if this is any indication of what the rest of them are like, doing very, very well. I still don't really get the logic behind Chaos Island, though. I don't understand. I don't understand why, of all levels to bring back, they brought back a level of Shadow, or a level from a game that Shadow wasn't even in. But I've said my piece on that. And this I love. This I absolutely, because I was pretty sure this wasn't even going to be in the level, because, one, people hated the Mach Speed sections, unjustifiably so. And two, the Mach Speed section in Kingdom Valley isn't even done by Shadow, it's done by Sonic, so I thought this was never going to be in it, but no, they still kept the same parting the seas backdrop high-speed section from that. That was easily the best part of the game so far. That was amazing. And, well, at least as far, I don't want to, you know what, I'm not going to say it, because I don't want to jinx it. I'm not going to say it. You probably know what I was gonna say. But I'm not gonna say it, because I do not want to jinx it until we play Act 2. I don't think what I'm afraid of what happened in the more 2D driven act. I think if you were ever gonna do the thing that I'm afraid of, you would do— oh shit. That did not quite go according to plan. I would imagine you'd want to do it in the 3D section, not the 2D section. But who knows? You never know what tricks they have up their sleeve. Alright, we did not screw the pooch this time, thankfully. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, nice knowing you. Alright, this time we'll do it slow. We don't want to rush through things. Rushing leads to silly mistakes, and we don't like making silly mistakes. I'm not big on the 2D stuff so far. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I'm much more— the 3D stuff in this game has been a lot better than the 2D stuff. In base game generations, I was pretty equally pleased with— I mean, some levels did 2D better than others. Oftentimes it was, you know, the games that started as 2D levels, or the levels that started as 2D, rather. But they were still— I'd say they balanced out in the end to be around the same quality. Here, I think, is a stark— that's interesting. Invisible wall? Sure. There's a starker difference in quality, I'd say, between the 3D and the 2D, which isn't even to say that it's bad. It's just, I don't know, I'm not feeling this as much as I am the 2D, or the 3D stuff, rather. Though I am still enjoying it, I'd say. I really love that ability where you can just kick them to the other side of the map. I feel like that might be— I don't know speedruns of this game, or if it's become a popular speedrun thing like Frontiers did. Which, by the way, I felt compelled to replay Frontiers recently. Don't know why. That's not even a sly comment. I just legit don't know what has compelled me to want that, but it's a feeling I've had recently. But yeah, I don't know if it's become a big speedrunning thing, but if it has, I imagine that is probably a popular move among speedrunners, because you can— one, it gets you very far, very fast, and two, you have total control over where the enemy gets launched. So I imagine that would be something that speedrunners are particularly fond of. Holy shit, I actually got through that without needing to wait for a single one of the blocks. That's pretty sick. I didn't need to wait for even a single one of those blocks to get through. That's pretty cool. Big fan. Alright, now let's not blow this. Steady. Steady now. I could wait to get up there to get the green thing, but yeah. Whoa! Almost completely blew that one. Well, let's freeze you for a little bit. By the way, I was probably supposed to use Chaos Control to get through that section earlier, but you know what? We didn't need it. We didn't need no Chaos Control. We just did— what? Alright. I might need it here, though. This one we might actually need Chaos Control in order to get through. Freeze it. Oh, it's not— uh-oh. Oh. That was almost real bad. That was almost real bad. Hey, guys. Yeah, I'd like to charge it up a little faster. Whoa, okay. Yeah, definitely not getting through that. Definitely not getting through that without Chaos Control. Holy shit. That was going on for a little longer than I expected it to. For some reason I thought the 2D side would be a little on the shorter end. But clearly it is not. Definitely not on the shorter end of things. I'm still not over— I'm just thinking about the water section at the end of Act 1. That was so sick. I legit did not expect that they were going to commit to that. But it just makes me more hopeful that they will— the reverence, the growing reverence for 06, or at least the potential of 06, gives me hope that they might actually do a full-blown 06 remake. I mean, because, like, I don't know. I can't remember if I mentioned this in episode 1 or not, but there was a friend I had in high school who told me with such obnoxious confidence that that Sega would never do anything else with the 06 framework ever again, which is already wrong about because this game exists, so but more so and more to the point that they would never remake 06 because it would not be profitable for Sega to associate themselves with something that is so widely dreaded. But I don't know. They said they'd be open to it. I really want them to do it. You have no idea how badly I want them to do it. I swear to you that is the same- oh, not Big the fucking cat. Go back to your fishing hole. I swear to you that's the same sound effect, or at least a similar sound effect. So next up, I think, is Sunset Heights. Because I don't see... I imagine Chaos Island would probably be its own thing, right? Because it would take a lot more... You need a lot more room, since it's an entire... It's not just a level, it's an island. It's its own hub world, essentially, in Frontiers. So, we'll probably get that. There'll probably be another challenge gate after this. We'll have to fight... I don't even know. I can't think of any bosses that are unique to Shadow. I mean, I guess Mephiles is probably going to be one of them, actually. Mephiles, if there was ever, because all the other, I don't really associate any bosses with Shadow. Biolizard, obviously, you fight him as Shadow, and it's the whole Ultimate Life Form thing. It makes sense for that to be in here. Mephiles, I think, is the only other one that, to me, that screams Shadow. Apart from whatever the bosses are in Shadow the Hedgehog, of which I know none, because I didn't get further than the first arc stage in that game, which made me want to throw up. Because every team fights all the heroes bosses. A lot of the 06 bosses are crossover between Sonic, Shadow, and Silver, except for Mephiles. So yeah, I feel like Mephiles is the only lock, and then at least one thing from Shadow. Yeah, 2 thumbs up for this so far. That was the best level. Granted, I'm inclined to say that because it comes from the game I'm most, drawn towards. But that is the level I had the most amount of fun playing. Because, again, Rail Canyon's just... So far it goes Kingdom Valley, Space Colony Arc, Rail Canyon, because Rail Canyon's a lot of grind rails, and you know how I feel about that. Still very much enjoying this. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next... Oh, actually, wait, before I go, I forgot to tell you. The thing that I didn't want to jinx, they didn't do the Rift Apart thing, where the whole world contorts in on itself, and you get flung to Radical Highway or wherever that was. Like, it's cool to do that once. It was cool in the first level. It was not as cool in Rail Canyon. I'm glad that I'm glad it's not going to be in literally every single level. That alone makes Kingdom Valley stand out a lot. Big fan. Okay, back to the outro. I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more Shadow Generations. Goodbye.